Hi everyone. Today's video is an update video on how to do something that we've had for quite some time in the system, and that is how to bulk upload profiles. We've significantly changed the process to that to make it a lot easier. So I just wanted to go over how it works now compared to how it originally worked. So let's say you're a brand new agency and you have a spreadsheet of clients that you want to upload into the system, you can do that in bulk for profile information specifically. You can't do trip information, but you could do, say, notes on trips, but not the actual trips. Now, this feature by default is only for admins, but non-admin users can give, or I'm sorry, admins can give non-admin users access to this feature if they want. So if you are an admin and you want your agents to be able to bulk upload their own profiles via a spreadsheet, you can go to settings and manage users and then click on edit next to their name, and in here you would just need to check this box, click save, and then that user will need to log out and log back in, and then they will have access to that. Okay, so to do this, to upload profiles, it's under utilities and it will be bulk upload profiles. So the original way, and we still have the template in there for now, but I think we'll probably remove that in the very near future. But originally you had to download this template and it looked like this, and basically you delete the notes out of there. And the problem with this version of it is you could not edit anything in row 1 or the order of any of these columns. So basically what you'd have to do if you had a spreadsheet of 1,000 client profiles, you'd have to kind of side by side rearrange your other spreadsheet to match column by column. And let's say you didn't have a column for title in yours, you would just create an empty column just for a spacer, so that way you could copy and paste everything over in one copy, and put all your clients in there. But the problem was you couldn't edit this at all, and if there was something that you wanted to upload in bulk that wasn't on this list, you couldn't really do it. You could add another column here that would go to the notes, but that's it. If you had a custom field that you've added in VCRM that you also had on your spreadsheet, there's nothing you could do with that. But now we've made that a lot easier, because you can essentially use any template that you want as long as it's the correct format, which is listed here. So what I've done is I have just thrown together a fake one with just 3 names here, and I've kind of done different scenarios. So Doug Smith, for example, I have a profile for him, and you can see here I've got his name, date of birth, phone number, email address, things like that. Now if we look at his profile, I do have his name and date of birth in there already and his email address, but I don't have a phone number anywhere in there. So I'm doing that to show that there's a way to add additional information to an existing profile when you do the upload. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click browse. I have to actually close this first. You can't have it open when you do that, and we don't need this open anymore. So I'm going to click browse, and I'm just going to select that here, and I'm going to click upload profiles. Now if you have a huge spreadsheet, it may take some time to load this, so just click it and then just kind of wait. It'll be pretty quick though, since I only have 3 here. And so now you're going to see kind of a preview of what it's going to upload. So the first thing, the most important thing, is to check these column headers, because you can change them. So make sure it uses a variation of AI to kind of match them up. But make sure. Now since I only have 3, I can see the scroll bar here, but if you have 1,000, you're not going to want to scroll to the very bottom just to select this. So if you just kind of click somewhere in here, you can use the arrows on your keyboard left and right to kind of check that. So just double check that everything looks good, like date of birth, gender in here, email, everything looks good. The other important thing too is that you have a column in your spreadsheet for primary agent, and then you use the user ID of that agent so it can match it up. If you left this blank on your spreadsheet, you can also select here and pick, here I would pick me, to change that to me. That way it uploads those profiles under me. Now what you'll also see here is down here, a duplicate profile. So basically it's saying that it found out of these 3 profiles that I've got on my spreadsheet, it found one that's already in the system based on a match process of name and some other information. So that's Doug Smith. So whenever you have a duplicate profile, you need to choose what you want to do with that. So if I were to leave it as is and say upload all profiles, it would create a new profile for Doug Smith. So I would actually have a duplicate. I'd have 2 profiles for him at the end of the day. And when it's only 3 and there's only 1 duplicate, it probably doesn't matter that much. But the last thing you want to do is upload, a list of 500 clients and 100 of them already have existing profiles in the system, and you have to merge those duplicates. So there's 3 different options. Upload all profiles we already discussed. If I say upload profiles with no duplicates, it'll basically ignore anything. So if I click this, watch, and you'll see Doug's name will disappear. So now it's only going to upload 2. Or I can choose the third option, which is overwrite duplicate records, which basically means it's going to take new information from my spreadsheet that's not in the profile and add it in, which in this case is just his phone number, because I don't have a phone number listed for him. So, once you double check and be absolutely sure, because there's no real undo button for this, so just be sure that everything is mapped correctly with these columns. Make sure it's all going to go under the correct person, everything looks good, and if so, you will just click Save Profiles. Now again, as you can see here, there's a little pop-up when you hover over it. It could take a few minutes, depending on how many profiles you have, but if all goes well, once it's done, it will have a very brief green box that'll pop up here, and then it will redirect you to the initial upload screen. So I'm just going to go ahead and click Save Profiles. And it said it created them, and now I'm back here. So if I wanted to double check, I could search, but again, if you have a lot, it's hard to remember that many names. What I would do in that case is just go to your system reports here and just run the client report for marketing mailing, and you can search by created date, and we'll just do today. And we'll leave it as all agents and show on screen. So you can see it created 2 profiles, which was Richard and Jackie. However, now Doug here, if I were to just reload this or just refresh, now you can see his phone number is in there. So it actually added that. So it adds the plus, so I just need to resave that. So it'll calculate it, or it'll resave it with the +1 in there. And now I'm all set. So that's really all there is to it. Like I said, just be absolutely sure before you actually click the upload button or proceed or submit or whatever it is on that last screen that we were on, and then just let it do its thing, and then once it's done, you can double check with that report. And just let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.